What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Crawford Chronicles, right, Chris? It's Crawford Chronicles. But we have the Goon
Yes, it
Squad.
is. Yeah. We had the Goon Squad out there today.
The
There
Goon
you go.
Squad is back together. Welcome back, Sweet Bee Buns Bros. I'm your host, PK. Very grateful fan. Homer Chris, he's still working on his gratefulness.
Gratefulness.
But we're all
Yes.
here. He's also still working on his greatness. Also, the fellas, how
Yeah.
y'all
I'm
doing?
still working on that too. Yeah, man. I feel like we were just here yesterday and the day before and the day before that and the day before that. But hey, the trio is back. The boys are back in town. Browse, it's good to have you back, man. How's everything going since the last time we saw you?
Been going great, man. Thank you. No, it was good. We got to go do a little family vacation out on the Frio River. That was a whole lot of fun. Get a little last minute trip in before school gets back into session next week. So excited for that. Get the kids out of the house, right? I know all of us probably are excited for them to go out back to school. But anyway, yeah, it's been going good, man. I missed a whole lot because last time I saw everybody was last Thursday. So we had a fantastic weekend, obviously against the Rangers. Then we had the trade deadline. So I know you guys got to get into all of that. I didn't get to throw my 2 cents in, but I'm sure we'll get into a few things here coming up on the episode. PK,
Yeah,
how about you, buddy? How you been?
good, man. Good. It's been a lot of Astros talk. It's been awesome. Man, just the little disappointment yesterday with the end of the Blue Jay series. We'll get into that just a little bit. But now you look forward to San Diego, a little West Coast swing. 3 in San Diego, 3 in San Francisco, and then you come back home and you face Seattle. So you've got two big series out on the West Coast. I was talking to someone on our YouTube page, and he was saying like how big is this West Coast swing. And so, like, kind of my point to it was like, well, thankfully, after the Rangers series, you had a 2.5 game lead going into the Blue Jays. You should have won that series. We talked about that. Your offense didn't show up. Starting pitching was good enough to get you some wins. And even though you lost a series, you only lost a game, right? So you're up a game and a half. I don't think the Rangers play today. I'm not 100% sure, but at least you're going into this weekend a game and a half up in the AL West. The thing is that San Diego's been playing really good baseball. Um, I think they play tonight. They've split at least the first two games out in Arizona. So you're not going to face Casey Mize because Mize pitched last night. He did not have a good.
No, he did
He did
not.
not have a good debut for the Padres. But yeah, man, it's just been a lot of baseball, and so I say all that to say, you need before West Coast. That's kind of what you need. And back home for Seattle, got thumped today. Tigers, Framber Valdez did what he does to Seattle, and handed them another L. I mean, they were losing like 11-0, I think, today at some point. So a lot of baseball. You're in the final 2 months of the season. Every pitch is getting more magnified. We've got some call ups coming. We'll get into that here in a minute. It's just been a good last 6 days, man, to get on these Astros and just recap what's going on. But we got to flush. We got to flush Toronto. That's the big thing. Flush Toronto, and you move on to San Diego. So, Browse, I don't know how much you got to see the Blue Jays series. We'll recap it really quickly because we've been going recaps every night. So, did you get to see any of the series, Browse, while you were hanging out on the river in cold water while we were dying of heat back here?
Yeah, exactly. No, I got to see a little bit of it. I didn't have the best reception out there. Go figure, right? But anyway, I got to see some of it. I did catch up on the highlights once we got back into town and all that kind of stuff. So I am aware of what happened and definitely have some opinions on it. I'll tell you that.
Well, send it.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you the first thing. All right, so we go into game one, right? And game one obviously is on trade deadline day. And the one trade that we did, which everybody's aware of at this point, was Arrighetti for Varsho. And then, they basically just swapped dugouts, right? So I was going to be okay with this trade if we would have had some other move to follow it, or maybe two other moves to follow it. But when I started to look back on it, I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, you don't trade one of your like big name arms. I know he's been struggling, but at the same time, you don't just abandon ship on him for the next Avenger of Dana Brown outfielders. So welcome Hawkeye to center field. Glad you're batting under 250, and I hope you start getting into a hot streak because we're going to need it. But anyway, that's enough of that. Monday, yeah, 3-1. So that was just a weird game. I don't know. Javier didn't have his best stuff. We all know that. We didn't have very much offense, obviously, and that was really all on Monday, man. That was just a weird game because you had two guys switching. Varsho somehow got a brand new jersey within like 15 minutes before the game started, and was ready to rock. So anyway, that was about it, man.
Yeah. Monday was just I don't know. I guess we can call it a pitcher's duel based on the score, but really it was just no offense is what it boiled down to. And really, up until Wednesday's game, I'd heard a stat saying that you had to go back a couple of years, a couple of seasons before the Blue Jays had scored more than 4 runs at Daikin / Minute Maid. And Wednesday's game, when they scored 5, was like the first time in like 2 seasons. So not that that's just a cool nugget. Didn't really help us with the show because you lost the game. You lost the game. But hey, man, you flush. Like I said, you just flush it and move on, right? That's all it boils down to. Tuesday, Wisniewski. I mean, great outing for him. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 Ks. Offense shows up, and you went 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position, which was huge because that's Chris's favorite thing. And then on the getaway game, you had Hunter Brown going against Jameson Taillon. They moved back Dylan Cease. That was kind of the headliner going into Wednesday. And you really couldn't do you really couldn't do anything against Jameson. You just really couldn't. And Hunter Brown was sailing until the 6th inning. And then it kind of the wheels fell off and they get 3 and they tied up. And then my guy Sousa, that I pimp out so much, man, like he gave up a bomb.
Let you down, man.
Yeah, he let me down. Damn it. But like I said, man, we move on. You get the day off today. You fly out to San Diego. Got San Diego coming up. And Chris, what do you got, man? You got anything to recap this series loss?
Yeah, Browns was saying that the only acquisition that was made was Dalton Varsho. But I don't know if Browns was well aware of the fact that Hayden Wisniewski is also trade deadline acquisition because we got him back from the IL. I mean, so I'm telling you, you're talking about I need to work on my being grateful. Browns, we got 3 pitchers back.
3 players.
Three pitchers from the from the trade deadline from the IL, man. I mean, so at least that's what was told to us by and there was so many people saying, I swear to God, if Dana Brown says, well, technically we did make acquisitions because we got the 3 pitchers back from the IL, and like clockwork, Dana Brown comes back out and basically drops that golden nugget.
Just 2 years in a row.
I just wanted to make sure that Browns was keeping up with his gratefulness because, there was multiple moves being made.
I should have known that Dana Brown rules were in effect after the trade deadline. So my bad. I know there was more than one transaction. I just forgot to apparently look at the transaction list. I was more looking at the trade tracker. My apologies.
See, and if you weren't a true fan, you would have you would have known that. So,
yes.
which I have been told about 46 times here in the last 3 days. So,
I think
I'm working on it.
You're working on your great.
I'm still getting blown up over that short.
I think it's fantastic.
Literally, I got one like 10 minutes ago, and I'm like, I just don't have the energy to reply, so I'm not going to.
But you better find the energy.
I'm gonna have to work on it.
No, you find the energy, damn it, and you respond, and you tag us all.
It's like, why is Chris calling in? Because I was up to 5 a.m. rap battling people on Facebook, trying to defend my honor.
Oh man. Well, yeah, it's good. It's good shit. Well, look, man, that's kind of like the recap. Like I said, we kind of recapped every single night. Offense, does the offense travel to San Diego? God, I hope so. I really hope so. Bryles is going to get into the pitching matchups here in a minute, but there's really not a lot showing. So offense has to step
Oh,
up big time, right? The Padres, like I said, they're playing some really good ball right now. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're out there in Arizona, and like I said, I know they've split the first two games. I'm assuming that maybe last night was the last game. I don't know. But at least the two games I watched, Padres beat them up the first game, and Casey Mize forgot how to pitch last night, and so yeah, they're probably going tonight. It would probably be their final game, I would think. But yeah, man, like Manny Machado's been playing good the last 22 games. I saw a stat where he's just mashing the ball his last 22. That offense is kind of turned around out there. I mean, they got a pretty damn good team. I mean, Cronenworth, Tatis, Merrill, Machado. Who's their first baseman? Who is their first baseman? Sheets, Gavin Sheets.
Oh yeah, he's having a pretty good resurgence this year.
Yeah. So I mean, they've got a squad, man. They've got a squad. So this offense has to travel. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
yeah. And to pick you up, yes, they are playing 8:40 tonight. Padres at Diamondbacks. That's Walker Buehler for San Diego against Drake 0-0 with 4.8 ERA.
Against who is going tonight for Arizona?
Drake.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, look, man. Man, Sally Wiley, Smolder, weak stoner. Yeah. Astros can pitch. We get a W. I mean, Ronell. I'll spill the first game. Ronell's on the first game, so if Ronell can go 5-6, man, dude. As long as that offense shows up, dude, you got a really good chance of putting something together. But look, let's get into that before I take all of Bryle's thunder.
Well, hold on. Let's catch up on some recent news.
Yes.
So it looks like our buddy Zach DeZenzo got sent down to AAA, and there has not been an official move, at least not to my knowledge, the official move of who's going to take his place on the roster. But I think it's the best unkept secret that it's probably going to be Jake, the still looking for my rake Myers. Although he has been raking in AAA. I mean, I guess I'll give him that, but I don't know, guys. How do you guys feel about Jake Myers probably coming back up? Because I know how I feel, but I'll let you guys go first.
I mean, once again, this is Dana Brown's Avengers of mediocre outfielders. So you can swap them in and out. So it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. The one thing that I think that does kind of weaken DeZenzo, don't get me wrong, his bat has not been where anybody wanted it to be for this season. We were hoping that he was going to come up. He was going to, get a spark and get moving. That just didn't happen. But his defense is better than Jake's. That's the problem. So I'm a little concerned about Jake's defense if he's going to be playing center field. Hopefully, his little stint down there in AAA got his bat moving, which from all the stats and all the little things we get from Garrett Green down in AAA, hopefully that's going to push him forward. So because that's what he's been talking about this whole time. Him and basically Kevin Biggio just absolutely raking the whole time. So let's see what happens. I hope his bat's hot when he gets here.
So here's my thing on it. It's why mess up the rotation of outfielders that you currently have, which is Trammell, Varsho, and Cam Smith, right? Now, Myers coming up provides better defense, in my opinion, than DeZenzo. Myers' bat, which is pretty much not there, to me is actually better than DeZenzo's bat, right? So I don't know I think what this is a Dana Brown, maybe a Spada, trying to find, again, a combination of outfielders, four guys, right, that are going to provide some kind of spark. But as my guy Luke has said and has fallen in love with, I'm starting to really like Taylor Trammell out there. Like I really am. So in my thing, you've got Trammell in left and Varsho in center, Cam out right, and then your combination of DH for Yordan if he wants to play left field, yada yada yada. But like you run Trammell, Varsho, and Cam Smith. Jake Myers is the fourth guy off the bench, and then you also have Lamont Wade Jr., right? You also have him, right? So why? That's another lefty off the bench, right? The guy, I mean, I think he's got more RBIs than hits so far. I believe is what the stat is.
Yeah.
I like his bat more than, or I trust his bat more than I trust Jake Myers and DeZenzo's. So I don't understand really the move in bringing Jake up, because I feel like my four guys right now are, again, Taylor Trammell, Dalton Varsho, Cam Smith, and then you can put Lamont Wade out there. I guess Myers can be your defensive replacement late in the game out in left field, but like Varsho has to hold down center field. That should be his spot. He's more athletic. He's more athletic out there, and he doesn't appear to have a noodle arm.
Yeah, I mean, so my thing is just that I'm just so over Jake Myers. Like I'm done with him. I mean, like I feel like the Astros really screwed themselves by overpricing him in the offseason. They should have moved him. I mean, everybody and their grandma saw this was going to be Chas McCormick 2.0. You know, Myers had a great offensive season last season. You should have traded him. But the price tag on Jake Myers was so high, they priced themselves out. Like it's like they played themselves. Jake Myers is hitting 243 down in Sugarland. So I'm just tired of seeing him in an Astros uniform, to be honest with you. I mean, like to me, the only thing he brings is defense, which now you have a better defensive player in center field in Dalton Varsho. Head and shoulders better offensive player than Jake Myers is, and also in Varsho as well.
Agreed.
I just don't see anybody in that outfield, you know, that he deserves to be on a roster in front of. He's behind Taylor Trammell. He's behind Wade. The only thing I can think of is this: maybe they're going to see some lefties in San Diego. I'm pretty sure Brawls will break that down for us here in a minute. But I just don't see why you haven't called up Kevin Biggio. I mean, I know people are probably tired of me saying it, but it's like, man, like, what else more does this guy got to do? I mean, I understand you're going to have to DFA somebody to clear a spot for him. I mean, but there's at least 3 guys you can DFA right now. Myers being one of them to clear a spot for him. Whatever. I mean, like, I'm excited to see him maybe get 10 at bats this series and go 1 for 10. Great.
Yeah, you sounded very excited.
No, I'm tired of seeing Jake Myers.
So that leaves in AAA. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I know you already mentioned Kevin Biggio. Also, Loper Fido, Zach Cole. That puts DeZenzo back in there. And then who else am I missing? Oh, Spence. We've got, or is he still on the big?
He's still up, yeah.
Okay. So, but
no,
you see what I'm
Spence is
saying?
down in AAA.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I'm saying maybe it was just Myers' rotation and the rotation of like a half dozen mediocre outfielders to, you know, come up. So, I don't know. Just a thought. So, anyway, all right. Let's get into San Diego. How's that sound?
I like
it. Into happy news.
All right. Starting your weekend off Friday, Ronel Blanco 0-1 with a touchdown ERA 7.36 against Robbie Ray. Another trade acquisition from Dana Brown. Fantastic. Against Robbie Ray, 10-6 with a 3.08 ERA. Robbie's had a pretty good season, but you know what we do to him, or at least what we did when he was in Seattle. Saturday, you got the Lamborghini, Pete Lambert, the ace of the staff, 8-5 with a 3.06 ERA against Michael King, 6-8 with a 3.45 ERA. That's going to be a fantastic matchup. And then Sunday, we are on Sunday Night Baseball. 7:10 start, and our 2 favorite pitchers, TBD versus TBD. So I know they're keeping it a big secret to find out what they're going to do on Sunday. But gentlemen, with those starting lineups, what do you got?
All right,
Who do we think is going to pitch on with Sunday, though?
It's going to be Eli.
I believe the guy that was supposed to pitch is in a Toronto Blue Jays uniform right now, so we'll find out.
Well, no, he was still hurt. And actually, the news that I got, or he was, Toronto put him on a, I read something, and maybe Sleeper put it up. Eric Getty got hurt in a AAA start tonight. I think it was against Buffalo. And Luke, I know you're in the chat. If you can confirm that, maybe I dreamt it. but I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere that he got hurt or he had to
I
leave
didn't
the
know
game
that.
early for something. Yeah, I think it's going to be Imai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
know
think it's
first.
going to be Imai. I mean, so um, who's throwing for us? I already forgot.
Ronell
Ronel
and
Blanco
Blanco.
Lambert.
on Friday. We got the Lamborghini on Saturday, and then possibly Imai on Sunday.
I mean, I want to go 2-1, but I mean, like if Imai pitches Sunday, I have no faith in Imai. And the Imai that was a Jim Crane signing. Just letting everybody know that if you didn't know that, Jim Crane was the driving force behind bringing Imai here. So that was not Dana Brown. And I mean, Blanco, I mean, screw it. I'll go 2-1 Astros.
Go ahead,
Can
BK.
we have an opener for Sunday? Like that would be
That'd be
cool.
smart.
Like an opener on Sunday, and then he might come in like the second inning, so he comes out of the bullpen because we saw what he did with the Javier back to piggyback. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing that Imai needs. I don't know. Yeah. So let's say Imai doesn't do. Let's say we don't do the opener on Sunday. The Astros need to win the series, so I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1. I hope that Ronell outpitches Robbie Ray. I hope the offense shows up. I have all the faith in Lamborghini. Like all of Imai's sins recently can be wiped away if he comes out on Sunday and just balls out. Like seriously. So 2-1 Astros.
What I'm hoping for is that we get a Javier and Imai piggyback, the old fashioned piggyback, which, both these guys have seemed to be good in short stints, assuming that Imai gets out of the first inning. If he gets out of the first inning, man, he's been good after that. The problem is he's given up 3 or 4 in the first, and then pretty much, all his stats are already shot, and then we're playing from behind the entire game. So it's like good luck trying to win that, especially when our offense has been kind of sputtering, at least in the last series. So Sunday's tough, man, because you're right, it's TBD. Here's the one thing I will say. I do not have any faith in our recent acquisition of Ronel Blanco. He has looked like hot garbage since he's come off the IL, out of his rehab stints. He needed to stay in AAA, in my opinion, a little bit longer and get his wits about him. Maybe get a little bit more snap on the two seam, get a little bit more snap on the off speed pitches. It hadn't been pretty, I'll tell you that. That's why he's got a touchdown ERA. So I think we're going to lose to Robbie Ray tomorrow night, unfortunately, unless we get the bats going. Saturday, I think we all agree. I love Peter Lambert. I don't see any reason why he can't outduel King. We just need to get a couple runs scratched across the board on that one. And then Sunday for the TBD, if we go piggyback, I'm saying we're going to win. If we do something really stupid, like let Imai go in there and just get hung out to dry, which we're well aware Espada likes to do this on Sundays and Wednesday games. He will throw a pitcher out there, let him get his pitch limit, and does not care what his ERA looks like by the end of the game. And not only that, you're going to see the guys off the bench playing in the outfield. Now, I don't think that we're necessarily doing that because we don't have that big of a trip going up to San Francisco. But at the same time, I don't trust the spot on that one. I'm going to say, actually, the Padres are going to go 2-1 against us. And the reason I'm also saying that is the Padres right now are a hotter team than we are. And two, they are basically the West Coast version of us. So they are, for like no joke. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't trust Blanco. I trust Lambert, and I don't trust Espada for Sunday.
You're a hater, bro.
You need to work on your gratefulness too. We're gonna have to go to gratefulness class.
You've been gone too long, man.
Yeah,
you've been gone too long. You hate everybody.
That's right.
I don't hate everybody, man. Trust me. If I'm wrong, I'll be the happiest guy on here and admit it right away. I'll be on here Sunday talking about like, man, I was so glad I was wrong, but I just don't feel it right now. Not against this team that's this hot.
Espada came out of the dugout like Tuesday and argued with an umpire.
Did he?
Kind,
I thought he
I
lost
missed
his
that.
contact or something.
kind of. He wanted to be mad, but he couldn't.
He probably lost his contact lens. That's probably what happened.
And it was funny because
Right.
it was fun. It was on the no, it was Wednesday's game. Who was the game when Yordan missed the bag?
That was
Wednesday.
yesterday's game. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was after they came out and they said that the play, the call stood, he was out. And so he comes out of the dugout. Well, the umpire keeps walking away from Espada. And so Espada just has to run like all the way down the first base line to finally get to him because the umpire just kept walking away. And it's like why are you going to argue, dude? Like, they're not going to overturn. I get it, right? Like, you have to go out there and show, say your piece, maybe be a little bit demonstrative, which I think is just completely out of Espada's character. I just thought it was funny that the umpire never stopped walking and he just kept walking. So Espada had to kind of like start jogging toward him. But yeah, he did come out of the dugout, man. He showed some fire.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, man. So what did you end up going to, Browse? Because my camera cut out.
I said 2-1 San Diego because in Espada
right.
I do not trust.
Yeah. So Flag Tour, our guy. Yeah. So the sliding or not sliding into second. So I think he thought he was going to get the stand-up double. That's what I think. I don't think he expected the throw from Nathan Lucas to be like a one hopper on point. And my thing with Yordan sliding is that we've seen this guy turn his ankle stepping on home, jogging. We've seen him in the playoffs catch a ball up against the fence, and it looked like his knee went backwards, and it didn't, right? We know the history of the man's lower extremities. So my thing is like, don't slide. That's my thing. Don't slide. Like, it sucks. It sucks because we needed that guy. We needed to have a guy in scoring position with no outs, right? I get it.
That's why Myers is coming up.
I also don't want.
He's going to be the pinch runner.
But you can't pinch run if you're in the middle of a play.
Yeah, he's going to be the official pinch runner for Yordan Alvarez.
I hit the ball, Jake. Go take off.
Yeah,
it's a Babe Ruth rule, man. Come on.
It'd be a lot cooler if you could, though. But that's my opinion on it, man. Like, it sucked. Like, we needed the run. We needed the base runner. I think he thought he was going to get a stand-up double. He hit a piss missile out there. I hold my breath anytime the man slides. Period. End of story. And I would prefer to have him for the rest of the season and playoffs than, it's tough to say because you want to win the game, but like, damn, dude, please don't get hurt. For the love of God, please don't get hurt. That's
Agreed.
It.
I like it. Yeah, thanks, I agree. Yeah. We're all here for you, PK. We are here for you.
Thanks for the crickets. Did I answer for all of us?
Pretty much. I don't want to see him slide. I don't even want to see him play in left field, to be honest with you. But it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, I'm just glad he didn't get hurt missing the bag. Because that's that's another thing too. So, I will sacrifice a loss for Yordan's health. So
that's what
I'm good with that as well. So,
and it's crazy because it's like we're in a time where like we need every win, right? Like, we need every win.
Yeah.
But like, to get a win at the expense of your MVP, team MVP, league MVP, like I'll take the loss over his health all day.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. Astros Flag Tour hammering in the questions. I love it. So get it on tape now. We'd like to hear everybody's opinion on Yordan's Triple Crown chances. Browse, let's go ahead and start with you.
Woo! All right. I know I was being negative about the whole San Diego series, but I really like his chances, to be honest with you, because you've got Murakami hurt in Chicago, so
he's taking
he's taking a break off his numbers. So I'm assuming you're playing him in fantasy right now. Anyway,
yep.
So with him not exactly putting his numbers up, I think that Yordan's got a really good chance of this. The only one I'm really concerned about, honestly, is the batting average. But as long as nobody else gets hot, and he just keeps doing his thing and going, 2 for 4, 1 for 4, throwing in that occasional 3 for 4. he's going to hit bombs. We all know that. The only other thing I'm a little concerned about is the walks. If he starts getting intentionally walked right and left in the Barry Bonds treatment, makes it really hard to get your numbers up. So I think his chances are good. If you want me to put a number on it, I say he's got a 40% chance, which is unbelievable for all you baseball fans out there to win a Triple Crown. I think he's got about a 40% chance if he continues through the rest of the season.
PK.
I'm looking at stats right now.
All right, so I'll go next. Yeah, I mean, Browns, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, like the only concern I have with him is if he starts getting the Barry Bonds treatment to where people are going to just start walking him. We saw Texas kind of do that a handful of times. I mean, the big thing with Yordan is, you know, the guys in front of him, which is what Jeremy Pena,
Yeah.
or like the next time the batting order goes through, and we need to get them on base because the more guys you have on base, the less the more pressure you put on the pitcher. And I mean, hell, if you can get the bases loaded, you know they can intentionally walk them. I mean, they give up a run, but I think with the offense doing well behind him and around him, it's going to make him. I think it'll allow him not to press to where he starts expanding the strike zone. I think I think he's probably about 45, 50% chance. I mean, I think he's got probably as damn good chance of anybody to take the triple crown. All right, PK, tag her
Yeah,
in now.
yeah, sorry. I Man, dude, I think he's got a little bit more than that. A little bit more than 50%, maybe like 55. I just the dude is too freaking good, man. Like in the Toronto series, they were throwing him down, right? And he was golfing balls out to right field, right? And I agree completely. The only way that his average starts to dip or RBI chances go down is because they're intentionally walking him. I mean, dude, the Rangers walked him when the Astros were up by 7 runs. Okay, like we saw that. Like this guy gets walks. He is getting the Barry Bonds treatment. So I agree. That's your only caveat to the whole thing. But pitch to him and it's nothing but mistakes. It's nothing but mistakes by pitchers if they pitch to him. So
So
I think he's got like a 55% chance, man, 60% as long as they don't take the bat out of his hands.
let
And
me
as long
pose
as the
another question.
Spada, hold on real quick, and as long as the Spada doesn't pinch hit for him with the bases loaded,
That's
that
correct.
too.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. So here I'm going to pose this one question because I was thinking about this. I think it was it Lou Gehrig that won the batting title when he already had the lead and then had a doubleheader on the last day of the year and played in both games, if I
Yes,
remember
that was Lou
correctly.
Gehrig. Yes, because he said
Okay,
he didn't want to. He wanted to win it fairly. He didn't want to take the day off and or take the last game off and win
And
it.
win.
Sitting on the bench.
so here's my question: if he's got the Triple Crown in hand on game 162, do you play him or you sit him?
I mean, at that point, I think it boils down to what you're looking like in the standings or in the wild card. I mean, if you are if you're in a must win situation, yeah, you're playing them.
You have to
I
play
mean,
him.
now yeah, I mean, if whatever happens and like the Astros get they wrap up the division, 3 days before the end of the season, then yeah, sit them. There's no need to play them. But I mean, if it's close, I think this division is probably going to go down to the last 2 or 3 days, and like it's going to go down to the wire, unless something happens and the Astros just have another repeat of that 12 game run where they went 11-1. So
Yeah, but do you think I don't. I want to say like I wouldn't think that Yordan is the type of player to say, put me in, right? Put me in so I can achieve this. Like I don't see that as he seems just way too humble to be that type of person, right? But yeah, I think it's if you're chasing or must win game, like you have to play him. Obviously, I don't think there's any sitting. And Chris, I agree. Like this AL West division has been up and down the entire season. We've had 4 different, division leaders throughout the whole season so far. It's going to come down to the end. So I think, dude, as long as they pitch to him or don't take the bat out of his hand, I mean, he's got a really, really good chance. Yandy Diaz for the average is his closest competitor. And I say closest, I mean, he's only 4 points behind him, 6 points behind him. right? But Yandy's since the All-Star break, I mean, he hit
He's
205
been
in
in a
July.
slump.
Yeah,
He's killing
He
me
cooled
too.
off.
he's
He's
hit
definitely killing
205
me.
in July, right? So, I mean, dude, it's he's got a really freaking good chance. AL MVP, Triple Crown. I mean, the next thing is to get the team into the playoffs so we don't waste that season.
Yeah. All right. So Sally Wiley, if I butchered it, my bad. He wants to know what we would consider a good deal for Jake Myers if the Astros traded him. I would say a bucket of baseballs.
Cash considerations.
Free vending machine for the players. I mean, honestly, if you can get a low minor league arm or bat, I mean, pretty much if anybody offers anything, take it because the only other option is DFA. So unless Browns, what do you got?
You're not wrong. I mean, I don't agree with the bucket of baseballs, but yeah, it's going to be like a lower level, probably
serious.
single A player at best, a double A player that you're going to be able to get for him right now. So to be honest with you, just for the rest of the season, I'd rather just see him stick with us, and if we've got to put him down for a little bit, and then bring him back up again, great. But it's the only thing that's killing me right now is the noodle arm, man. He cannot. I don't know what happened in that last rehab stint he had, but ever since then he cannot throw in. People are going to run on him all day, but if the bat does get better and we know he's got the glove, then we'll be okay. So I'd rather hang on to him, but that wasn't the question, I guess. So the question.
No, look. Was it the Twins? It was the Twins in extra innings. They tagged up on him on a short ball to center field from second base, and he still couldn't get him.
But that's my thing though. Like if the bat's not there, and yes, he could cover a lot of ground, but he has no arm. Why is he up? Why is he up? Like it makes no sense. Why? I mean, I can understand. I would rather see Spence get called back up instead of Jake Myers. I mean, the only thing I could think of is you have all your outfielders are lefties now. Now you're trying to get another. I mean, but if that's the case, then you might as well just leave DeZenzo up. I mean, I think DeZenzo brings a little bit more to the table, overall than Jake Myers. I mean, Jake Myers is a better defender, but I would take if anybody offered anything for Jake Myers, as far as it could be a rookie ball, 18-year-old freaking groundskeeper, I would take it.
Player to be named later.
You've got yourself a brand new Jake Myers. There you go. Done.
Well, what's going to happen when Bryce Matthews comes back?
He's going down AAA.
Forgot about it.
I don't see. I don't see any room on this roster for Bryce Matthews. I mean,
I don't see any room for Jake Myers either. But they made one.
Told you, it's the Avengers of mediocre outfielders. We got like 15 of them.
I mean, some of these guys, you got to cut ties with some of these guys. I mean, like you're just going to have to cut ties. So, after this season, if they're still in the organization.
Jake.
Well, I mean, like I'd take Biggio over both of them. I mean, because here's the thing. You know what you have in Jake Myers. And honestly, Bryce Matthews hasn't shown me one thing that should keep him on this 26 man roster.
Is this because you can't hit with him in MLB The Show? Is this why?
No. I mean, no. I mean, I can't hit with him in MLB The Show. But what I'm saying is that like he can't hit in real life either. I mean, his walk to strikeout ratio is like horrendous. No, I mean, like good. He had a hot streak where he got over 200, and then I don't think he's ever seen. I think he's back under 200 again. I mean, like I liked him. I was hoping for him to get all the playing time that he got. I mean, but like now that I've seen the playing time he's gotten, it's like I'd rather roll the dice and maybe you can catch lightning in a bottle with Biggio for even if it's just for a couple of weeks.
Okay, so defensive replacement. Would you prefer Nick Allen or Bryce Matthews?
Nick Allen.
Really?
In the infield or the outfield?
Infield.
I'd go with Nick Allen.
Really? Nick Allen has not impressed me with his glove for a defensive guy at all, really.
I don't know. I would go Nick Allen.
Yeah, sure. Well, you, Browse.
I guess Nick Allen. We're like I said, we're asking questions about mediocrity here. It's getting kind of ridiculous on that part of it. On who
Oh,
it's like
that's the
who
players we have.
I know,
You
I
know,
know. I talk about it all the time in the outfield. I love making fun of our outfield. It's like, show me one guy that can hit over 250. That's all I ask. Give me one.
Varsho's your closest.
Varsho is the closest.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
So,
see how it
anyway.
goes down starting tomorrow night. Late, no recap tomorrow. Yeah, Dubon, Chris. Listen, Astros Flag Tour. Chris was the Dubon fan club president, and he desperately misses Dubon. We all do. We all do. But his price was too much. The price was too much. Anyways, man, starts tomorrow. No recap tomorrow. Probably maybe a recap on Saturday. It's 6 o'clock. First pitch on Saturday, and then Sunday is our normal episode. Will be going on while the game is going on, so we'll have some updates for that while we do that. Jeff Blum is on the national call Sunday on Peacock.
Nice.
Don't forget about that. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Let's see, Astros Flag Tour, Sally Wally. Astros 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was in here earlier. Luke, my man, he was in. And if I missed anybody, I didn't. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting.
Good job,
we
PK.
really appreciate it. This is the Crawford Chronicles. I'm PK. Sweet V Bones Brows. Still working on his gratefulness. Homer Chris. You guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em horns, baby.